population of the United States is about 320 million people. Right now, it's estimated that there's anywhere from 11 to 13 million people living, unauthorized immigrants living in the U.S. That's a small number compared to how many legal citizens there are, but 11 million people not paying taxes and doing their part is devastating to the U.S. economy. My purpose today is to persuade you that unauthorized immigrants should not be given amnesty in the U.S. All the money that the government takes out of your paychecks each month could be going to better things for our society and economy to grow. As a tax-paying citizen, I think we can all agree that we'd love to see our money go to better things to improve the society other than paying for unauthorized immigrants. I am certain after today that you will stand with me on the issue of not granting amnesty to unauthorized immigrants in the U.S. First, I'm going to state the problem, then state a few causes of the problem, and then offer a solution. Now that we know what we're going to talk about, let's talk about the problem. Unauthorized immigrants are problematic to both jobs and taxes. First, taxpayers are paying about $135 billion a year on unauthorized immigrants. According to the Federation for American Immigration Reform, or FAIR, this number includes taxes at the local, state, and federal level. Brian Feraldi of the Motley Fool argues that the average American pays $20,000 a year in taxes. If you multiply $20,000 by 11 million, it turns out to be $220 billion. That's a lot of money that the United States is losing each year from 11 million people not paying taxes. Lastly, FAIR estimates that 8 million of the estimated 11 million people, unauthorized immigrants in the U.S. are in the workforce. That's 11 million jobs that could be going to legal citizens that would pay the taxes. A little over 3 million of those 8 million unauthorized immigrants are in the great states of California and Texas alone. Now that we know what the problem is with unauthorized immigrants, let's look at a couple causes. There are two reasons why unauthorized immigrants are problematic to both jobs and taxes. First, unauthorized immigrants are problematic to taxes simply because they do not pay them like a legal citizen does. Just like mentioned earlier, America loses $220 billion a year from unauthorized immigrants not paying taxes. That is a lot of money that could be going to other government-funded programs like improving roads and infrastructure, improving education, cutting down the national debt, etc. However, according to the Federation for American Immigration Reform, there's a small majority of unauthorized immigrants that do pay taxes, but that total only amounts to about $19 billion. Second, unauthorized immigrants are problematic to both jobs because they take jobs that many American citizens could legally obtain while paying taxes. According to MPI, or the Migration Policy Institute, a big majority of the unauthorized immigrants are from Mexico. The Mexican dollar, the peso, is losing value every year, and Mexico's economy is in a steady decline. This gives unauthorized immigrants a reason to come to the U.S. for better work, and therefore a better way of living. Unauthorized immigrants are willing to work for $10 to $12 an hour or even less. However, according to the Washington Post, unauthorized immigrants mostly take the low-skill, hard-working jobs that legal citizens do not want. Now that we know the problem and the causes, let's look at a solution. The solution, which is to deny amnesty, offers two benefits. The first benefit is it tells other unauthorized immigrants that America enforces its immigration policy seriously. If America was to grant amnesty to over 11 million people in the U.S., everyone from all over the world would think it's okay to come to America. Second, the last benefit is that if employers quit hiring unauthorized immigrants, then there would be no jobs for them to come to America to obtain. So many of them would either go back to their country or not come back, not come to the U.S. In conclusion, the unauthorized immigrant is hurting America's society by not collecting taxes and us spending more on them, and the workforce is being consumed by over 8 million unauthorized immigrants taking jobs from legal citizens. Let's review what we learned today. First, we learned that unauthorized immigrants are problematic to both jobs and taxes. $135 billion is being spent on unauthorized immigrants a year, with roughly 11 million unauthorized immigrants, which, as you can see, 11 million on the chart, in the graph there. And there is roughly 8 million jobs that are being taken by unauthorized immigrants. Second, we learned that 2 reasons why unauthorized immigrants are problematic to jobs and taxes. They do not pay taxes like legal citizens do. And all the money that we could be getting from unauthorized immigrants if they did pay legal taxes, we could be improving jobs or roads and infrastructure, education, cutting the national debt, etc. However, a small majority of unauthorized immigrants do pay taxes. With Mexico's declining economy, migrant workers are willing to work for $10 to $12 an hour or less. However, many of them work jobs that legal citizens would not want to obtain. Lastly, we learned that granting amnesty to unauthorized immigrants has 2 benefits. Unauthorized immigrants will see that America enforces their immigration seriously, and employers would be scared to hire unauthorized immigrants because they could face consequences. So next time you look at your pay stub and see the taxes withheld, think of the 8 million workers that do not pay those taxes. A thriving society works well when everyone is doing their part in paying taxes, and to get to that point we have to implement solutions to by not granting unauthorized immigrants amnesty.